important to us.
Every
Please
single
continue to
time.
hold, and someone will be with you
I
as
just
soon as
called the
possible.
police because my devices wouldn't let me flee or no one else.
The Houston Area Women's Center works to end domestic and sexual violence and supports all in building safe and healthy lives through advocacy, counseling, education, shelter, and support services.
Time.
Our services are free, confidential.
This is why I have to have multiple different devices, because they just are cut off and let my abuser commit crimes year after year. Look at the time. Or there's a reasoning why it's doing this. There's emails from him on this. And they don't want me uploading them. There's a new email, so there's internet.
We are experiencing a high volume of calls. Your call is important to us. Please continue to hold and continue to hold.
Good luck, hope it works out, laugh out loud. Jason's the one that was making the noise on the Texas Rangers phone call. He got off on the frustration. The entire office of Vivid Images are now getting off on it.
We are experiencing a high volume of calls.
So I know how this goes, because I just want you to see what I endure. He's sadistic. If he bought the problem, he has to have reassurance that I'll be trapped in it, to the degree of law enforcement coming out demanding no one helps me. Since it's all done for profit, law enforcement is enforcing crimes. You come out of there, don't give her, she got caught. If you legitimately know someone's sending me death threats and you claim you want to help, how is it that you only gave me self-esteem and no resources?
We are experiencing a high volume.
No avenue, no possibility, period, to flee. Just have self-esteem like all other parties that I've came in contact with. Want me to get mental health treatment. But you have seen someone saying that they're going to kill me and you just gave me items on self-esteem. No one has given me any resources. Then this location demanded mental treatment too, because I wanted case management. So since he's sadistic, he knows the crime that he created and wants to make it impossible for me to flee it every single time.
Continue to hold. Someone will be with you as free, confidential, and available to everyone.
This is how long I've been on hold. 14 minutes. Trying to hide. In fact, thousands of hours, years. The same thing. So I noticed on the Evil Lives Here show, if it really had a sense of understanding how it feels to be in a situation like this. So the abusers and countless of these videos, they strategize, and you don't understand because you don't think the way that they do, and didn't understand, so I had to watch it to get a clear concept. While you're strategizing doing the right thing, they're strategizing avenues to do the wrong thing. So they use intimidation and scare tactics. If you tell anyone, I'll kill your son. If you tell anyone, this will happen. You be quiet. So they tug on their emotions and heartstrings and cause fear and use intimidation. Those are tactics for abusers. So by the strategies and tactics that they use, they essentially make that party feel powerless. They have to go day by day by day, not actually knowing if they'll live through it, and have to normalize it. The state of fear for a lot of parties, they don't have to experience that second for second, day after day. But I've noticed a pattern of people in my experiences, we have to normalize not knowing if you're going to get murdered every day. Whereas you can have a sense of safety, stability, we don't know how that feels. We have to normalize that we don't have control of our lives and we did nothing wrong and can't stop it.
Our services are free, confidential, and available to everyone.
Some people have tried to flee years, decades, and then they just up and flip the script and kill them. Same pattern, years, begging and pleading. I'll change this, I'll do this, and nothing just really seems to change.
Your call is important to us. Please continue to hold, and someone will be with you.
The party never has any remorse, gets gratification from pain and suffering. Almost all the videos in Evil Lives Here, dismembering people, murdering, laughing when they're crying.
Please continue to hold, and
it has the same signs that what we're seeing here. Sending someone pictures of someone getting gratification from someone dead, porn of someone dead, and law enforcement is demanding that you take it as well as everywhere else I come in contact with. All all the same signs year after year of almost every single video that I've seen of people that like to dismember and hurt others. Yet nothing's done. I've noticed in a lot of these videos, there has to be a target for rage. Just a perfectly innocent person. If there's one target, if that target leaves, then I'm going to hate you. If that target leaves, then I'm going to hate you. So right now, I have to be the target. Everybody else is friends. He has kids, wife, everybody else is okay. Right now, I'm the target to vent all his rage. Everything is my fault. I did it. I brought it on myself. As long as he can keep this target, it's vital that I'm the target. That way, everybody else is safe. He can get off on violating me. I'm the nobody. Don't let me lose my target. I have to terrorize her. If I can't terrorize her, then I start having to terrorize other people that maybe have more power than her. I have to terrorize the
Advocacy Women's Center works to end domestic and sexual violence and station, shelter, and support services.
Some people have multiple different targets. And mostly all the parties on Evil Lives here have no remorse and could care less. People are objects.
We are experiencing a high volume.
One son killed his mother. He said, no, she was a great mom. I just needed to see how it felt to kill someone. This is my concept. It was a need I had to see, and whatever the consequences, I think I'll do it again. So I may need to be in jail. This is how they think. But this one's running the government. Yeah, I need to be locked up. Yeah, I raped her and murdered her. I saw it on the movies, and I thought it'd be fun. So I started.
Experiencing a high volume of calls.
He said I'm American Psycho. You're allowed to run the government.
And someone will be with you as soon as
Please help me. The kids saw it. A lady begging for help. He's chuckling, laughing.
Advocacy, counseling, education.
I got a high when I saw her guts coming out.
Services are free, confidential.
I was sexually aroused. I liked it.
We are experiencing
Their whole life went and passed, and they could not care about murdering a person after person and violating. They just could not. It was their fault. Like the video said, I don't want to talk to him because he'll convince me that him being a serial killer was someone else's fault.
education.
They killed animals at first. It progressed.
Services are free, confidential.
They had no compassion. They liked to see the pain. They liked to see the light go out in the animals' eyes. They got gratification from it. It escalated. They blamed everybody else for their abuse. They liked to torment them, violate them, start arguments, and then laugh. Watch how people got frustrated and got gratification from it. Then it escalated, got darker and darker and darker, progressed. The signs were ignored. I wish I would have done something. This got out of control. But they didn't, year after year. They had no clue why they hated the party. Didn't care. They just needed to. Multiple different parties said, I saw the rage and the hate. They're cooking dinner trying to love someone. And that party absolutely hates their guts. Looks at them with disgust and rage and hates them. And when they're in pain and crying, they're laughing. They just were disconnected from empathy. There were signs he was a little peculiar. He just didn't care about anyone else besides himself. Or he or she. It was just different. They just didn't know when to stop. Yeah, the boy that shot up the school, he was a bit different. He just really didn't, he was a bit peculiar, you know? I imagine we could see the signs. He was dark, you know? Kind of bullied and mistreated people. A little peculiar. I wish I would have done something before he shot up the school. I just didn't know that it would reach this plateau. Oh, no one dawned, you know, it just didn't cross their mind that someone saying that they would cause apocalypse would endanger others. Not the fact that they drove vehicles, had dark drivers driving to traffic. We just saw no signs. With 300 and something reports showing this, we just weren't hearing it.
all
I don't know how that building, how they
lives
killed
through
thousands of
advocacy,
people were killed.
counseling,
We just didn't
education,
see it.
shelter, and support services. Our services are free,
Perhaps
confidential, and
maybe
available
I'm
to
going to
everyone.
poison the water, so we just didn't get the signs some kind of way.
We are experiencing a high volume of calls.
As long as we didn't know. We did not know that letting Jeffrey Dahmer run us. We didn't know that there would be a threat to public safety. We had no clue. All we saw, we didn't know he was going to kill hundreds of people.
We are experiencing a high
We
volume
just
of
thought we
calls.
were taking bribes. I guess we should have looked at the 300 reports. We just didn't. We were looking to get money. We had no clue that letting Jeffrey Dahmer control us would be problematic. We just thought she would wind up dead, not the other hundreds of people. Sorry.
Advocacy, counseling, education, shelter.
We thought it was funny that he said he was going to poison the water supply and cause the apocalypse. How would we know, even though it was reported 300 times, that we would investigate? Well, perhaps maybe we shouldn't have committed the crimes and looked at the email. I don't think it's my fault, though, that I broke the law and enlisted everyone around her to break the law. We just, like I said, thought she would get murdered. How was I supposed to know he was going to kill everybody?
Counseling, education, shelter, and support.
This man enjoys snuff. The other day, his father, they had a serial killer, had tried to have him look at snuff. Like my YouTube channel, my Facebook was hacked. It was all these police murdering people, pretending like it was on accident. I couldn't sleep. I didn't know where it was coming from. Now I realized it was him.
Your call is important to us.
So he tried to show his son these videos of people being murdered and laughing and thought it was, he'd get as much pleasure as he did. The child was disgusted and left and couldn't imagine. He said, I knew it was something wrong with my dad. He threw up, but his dad said he was a wuss and started laughing. Like the video you saw the other day. That's nice and that's funny. Someone did someone as porn.
Your call is important.
Bloody and dead. I knew it was wrong. I had to do it. You just can't describe how it feels. It's a longing, it's a desire. And I just couldn't put it under control. It was an obsession. So you had to take her life? Yeah, it's like a drug, adrenaline rush. I needed to see the blood. I had to feel it on my fingers. I needed to feel it. I wanted to feel how it felt to rip the guts out of someone. I needed to know that. So they're transferring me back into queue, and I've been on hold all this time. It rung, and then they transferred me back into queue. That's what they're doing while I'm on hold all this time. They'll answer and transfer me back into queue.
And ask the operator to connect you with an advocate. If you are calling to make an appointment, or if you need legal assistance or other information and referrals, including directions, or if you would like to make a donation or become a volunteer, please call us Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. We apologize for any inconvenience. Again, to speak with an advocate, press 0 and ask the operator to connect you. Thank you.
I didn't do anything wrong, Those 15 women I killed, they brought it on themselves. They were just brides. They were prostitutes anyway. That's not my fault. You know what they did for a living? They had it coming. Why didn't they make a decent living? I was making the world a better place by murdering them women. I don't think I did anything wrong.
Area woman. Then how can I help you?
Yes. What I read, I got the information that you help by advocating, giving rights, and where's the paper that I have? What all do you do there?
You need to speak to one of the counselor or the staff.
Can I ask a question? I was on hold 32 minutes, and I got the wrong department just calling one number all these years?
I don't know. This is the operator only.
So you have a crisis hotline that has an operator and you keep them on hold 30 minutes to transfer them somewhere else?
Yes. That's the way they are working right now.
The way that they're working right now? Because everything changes up when I need services, I've noticed. Everyone promises they're not committing crimes because that would definitely be criminal. It just switches up when I'm present. That way you don't get charges.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know how to. I've been waited 30 minutes in some kind of way. Every place I've called didn't want me to get help for 10 years.
Can
Plus,
I have your name?
It's Kiana. I'm not quite certain of what's happening because I waited 30 minutes and you don't know what's happening either, but yet you answered the phone.
Okay, what is your name?
Kiana, Key. What is the relevancy of having the phone number?
Yeah.
Why do you need it?
Okay, someone call back as soon as possible.
You had me wait 30 minutes for someone to call back on a crisis hotline? People don't call me back.
The operator only. The consular, one of the staff, call you back as soon as possible.
So I don't get my calls returned. So you had me waiting 30 minutes on a crisis hotline and you have to call me back?
One moment, I have another call, okay?
You have another call during this call? Sadistic behavior, mind games. He's on the crisis hotline, has another call on that call currently on the crisis hotline. Someone they kept on hold 30 minutes. Years of this. The tricky part is proving that he's controlling these people I'm talking to he'll conceal his crimes and leave me in his abuse. But it couldn't be done without the help of handy law enforcement. People don't just listen to Jeffrey Dahmer. They need to have Jeffrey Dahmer that can control law enforcement. It didn't record. So I don't understand what's happening. He put me on hold to figure out what the crisis hotline does and his relevancy for answering. I asked why he answered and how they would have someone call me back, and it's at the crisis hotline that I've been on the hold with for a whole 30 minutes. He didn't know, so he put me on hold to find out why I'm being placed on hold and why they need to call me back on the crisis hotline. Just had to sleep outside. They got away with it year after year, nothing done. I just had to be terrified in the tent. Someone coming by spraying ammonia, putting glass, I just had to take it. Getting almost killed using transit, put off bus after bus, restaurant, burning my food, threatened, degraded, driving in traffic, burnt, bleeding, put off bus after bus, kidnapped. I just had to sit and take it. Going to jail, assaulted, trying to flee abuse. Sit there and take it. Right, we're going to the garage. Get on another bus. We're going to the garage. Upload it. Get on another bus. We're going to the garage. Get off. Get on another bus. We're going to go 4 times. It's uploaded in one day. Police coming from nowhere, grabbing my items. No explanation, with no rhyme, no reason. 4 or 5 police. Get off the bus. Putting on gloves for intimidation just because they can do it.
Okay, let me see someone's available for you, okay? Because this is a lot of call right now.
It's been a lot of calls yours. Okay, let's see how it goes.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know if the police will come again. They have multiple different times. I don't know how they knew they were trying to rescue that lady just a few minutes ago. I found it incriminating that they came and said, "Are you okay following?"
Let me transfer someone help you. This is the operator only.
What was the relevancy of putting me on hold? Yeah, I thought you already saw if you could get someone to help me.
We are getting a lot of calls, man.
But you just put me on hold to see if someone could help me, and now you're about to do the same thing you just did.
Okay, hold on. Let me transfer.
So they came and said, "Are you okay following?" First off, how do you know her name? And demanded that she left. You're promised you're not racking up felonies. Second off, I'm getting murder and death threats, rape threats, but asking her if she's okay. And leaving me in my crisis again. Still no charges anywhere to be found. At Salvation Army coming on their own. New beginnings coming up, just hotel rooms, got KFC order, just coming on their own, in a tent, coming on their own. Criminal charges nowhere to be found. Jeffrey Dahmer once again wins again. I just had to pray. I said, "Lord, I can't catch my breath. I'm just always so afraid I can't live like this." So I thank God that I had to normalize and be secure in knowing, it could possibly be the day I get killed. Make my peace with my family and kids. All the signs are there that everyone left me in and failed me and ignored. So you just sit and normalize how would it feel to be left and not knowing second for second if this is going to be that day. And knowing there's nothing that you can do to flee it. Everyone that I've came in contact with has failed me. And a lot of them blame me for it.
Hello, Kiana?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. The consular is on the line.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Miss Kiana. How are you doing today?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing good myself. Thank you for asking. I do want to apologize for the long wait. We have been having a bunch of calls today, so I apologize for that. But how can I help you today?
Yes, this is a domestic violence hotline?
Correct.
Okay, well, that's what is happening with me. It shows that you have advocacy, education, and support.
Yes.
I've never seen it. So I'm glad that you have it. So my crisis involved the government. Multiple different times they came, like today, and they interrupt people from helping me. They shut down a domestic violence rally, have actually assaulted me and arrested me for trying to flee abuse, and have never seen consequences for it that I'm aware of. I was having a conversation and I have it uploaded with someone in Duncanville. They came and interrupted that. Before I got the YouTube channel, they started interrupting me having conversations with people on the streets. If I met someone, they come out and interrupt the conversation saying they got a disturbance. It was a blatant lie. And the word spread real quick that I was being terrorized by law enforcement so people wouldn't be around me. They've kidnapped me 30-something times. They have assaulted me, and they basically, it feels like to me, is if they are an enraged ex that's sadistic. They are actually infuriated with me for trying to flee abuse, and they hate me for it. And as well as everywhere else I'm at. Yeah, they walk off while I'm talking, commit crimes, and leave me in it, put me out over and over, and then jeopardize my safety.
Okay. And when did this start? Do you remember?
It's been a while, even before I realized I was targeted. My life was pretty bizarre, but I like to work on, because for 10 years, no one has ever provided me with the resources they're supposed to, advocacy, education, and support. I've never seen it. So maybe you can give me something that I've never seen in my crisis.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely try to assist you as best I can. And these people that are doing this to you, like, are they like family members, or
it's with someone like a person that's sadistic, like a sociopath behavior that gets gratification from tormenting. You know, the stalkers that you see in horror movies, but they have a lot of power, so they're influencing government officials, which is felonies for them to allow themselves to be influenced by someone that's not mentally stable, but they don't care for profit. So my abuser is powerful, and he's enlisting government officials in his criminal activity.
Okay. And have you ever met this person in person or no?
Yes. Okay. Everywhere I've ever called is covered for them and tried to pretend like they weren't. Because I call to get help, and all they do is lure me in with talking a lot of time about him, and then strategize an exit without me ever getting assistance year after year. Everyone I've ever called has covered for his crimes all over the United States. I think it has something to do why police are terrified when I go report it to my provider. I've also been defrauded out of funds, and if indeed my accounts, the network is being hacked, those are federal charges. So every organization that I've ever called has left me in my abuse and strategized avenues and where other parties wouldn't realize what they were doing.
Okay, Ms. Kenya, would you mind sharing with me your last name?
And what did you say your name was?
Thank you so much for that.
What did you say your name was?
My name is Molly.
Do you have an employee ID?
I have an ID, but we don't get numbers or anything, so I wouldn't be able to provide you with that.
Okay, where are you located in Houston?
How you're feeling?
Where are you located in Houston?
Like our office?
Yes.
Our office is like, I want to say 10 minutes away from the NRG stadium.
Okay, what's the name of this organization?
This is the Houston Area Women's Center.
Okay.
Yes. Let me see, Ms. Jackson. Oh, I see here that you've called before. That's why I asked you your information, okay? And let me see what I see here, okay?
Sure. See if you can see something they haven't seen in 10 years.
Last year in June.
Is there a particular reason why we're not doing what you say that you offer? What are you still assessing the situation?
Yeah, I'm just assessing just to see how I can assist you.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm trying to read over here your notes.
What happened in June when I called?
When you spoke. So it says here that you were in Denton shelter with an advocate, that you were fleeing from someone you met online.
They left out, I'm being violated by the police department again?
I'm still not done reading it.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 second, and
Okay.
I'll tell you what else it says.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a kind of like a little summary here. Okay.
Okay.
And he's letting other people to crash into her.
Crash into her?
Okay. Yes.
Crash into me?
Sounds like you've moved from different cities.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, I was just trying to see if that was a proper analogy, proper circumstance that I'm experiencing. So it said that I moved from city to city, and what else? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that your abuser banned you from going to PV shelters. It says here that they helped you, that they referred out to other shelters.
They helped me? This organization? Who helped?
No, that, no, it doesn't say who helped you. It says that they referred you out
Who?
to other shelters.
Who?
Meaning they gave you
Who did?
whoever you
Who did?
spoke to from our organization.
Oh, your organization denied
Advocacy
assistance and told me to go somewhere else like everybody has done all these years? They didn't follow the policy and do the advocacy, educational support, and place me with a shelter? So they demanded, like every place I've ever called, that I go somewhere else?
No.
Oh, okay.
When we can't, like for example, if you're calling for shelter and we
I just never got the services anywhere on the planet for 10 plus years. I think it may have to do with police places demanding that I go somewhere else everywhere I've ever been to get services I never see. Is there a particular reason why you guys didn't do the meet your responsibility? And why you're still not doing it now?
No.
And I waited 30, 40 something minutes for this call?
Yes. So, like I was saying, Ms. Kiana, sometimes we have to refer clients out. For example, like I was saying.
I just don't understand if it says, why would you violate my rights? Why would you violate my rights like every place I've ever called? I've waited 40 minutes for all these locations to violate my rights. It says that you provide advocacy, education, and support, and you don't discriminate. It didn't say that you discriminate.
I'm not discriminating.
Okay, I'd like to get that ma'am, because I've never seen it.
So I'm trying to assist you, and you're not letting me speak. So if you're not letting me speak, I can't tell you more information, and I can't tell you how I'm going to assist you.
I did hear you say that you were going to refer me to someone else.
I did not say I was going to refer you to someone else. I was explaining to you what happens when we don't have certain stuff.
Well, let's talk about what happens when you do.
You interrupted me when I was talking.
Let's talk about when you, because I've only heard negatives. Let's talk about if you do have availability.
Okay. So, for example, if I had availability for you to come into a shelter, then I would assess you. We would go through all the shelter assessments, and then I would have to call shelter and make sure we can bring you in if you don't have transportation.
What was all that we just did for all that time? What was happening then? All those questions.
Well, I'm trying to get information from you so that I can see.
I don't understand what the information was that you just got.
So the information that I was telling you is the information there is in your file from the call you did last year in June.
So the information they got last time and the information that you got today, that's still not enough information? Is that why I'm still not getting services after all this time? So how much information is needed? Because no one has ever had enough information, including law enforcement. I've never seen anyone that had enough of it.
I need you to let me speak. If you want me to help you, I need you to let me speak. I know you have a lot of questions, and I promise I will answer your questions. But I need you to let me speak so that I can explain to you what we're doing. Okay? Can you do that for me? Can you let me explain to you?
I thought you did, ma'am. I'm not. I guess people strategize to hang up. So whatever is happening, I don't understand because I don't know what's happening. But whatever you have to tell me outside of helping me flee, I have to take it because everyone does it.
No, and I'm trying. I'm gonna try to assist you as best as I can. Okay, I just need to, like I said, the information that I have here was from last year, which is similar to what you just said to me right now. So usually when our clients call, let's say the first time, we write like a little summary of what the call was about so that whenever they call back again, like you're calling now, I don't have to ask you.
I know I don't have rights, ma'am, in this country, but since I've been on the whole 40 minutes, is it possibility that I can actually flee? Because I've never seen it as I expressed to you. I know you have to go over things, but I think that my life being in jeopardy and me not getting murdered, I would like to concentrate on if I can do that on the crisis hotline, because I've never seen it. Is it okay if we talk about a strategy so I don't get killed on the crisis hotline for domestic violence?
Yes.
Okay, can we concentrate? That's what I wanted to, that's what I called for.
Okay. Well, see, if you would have let me ask you, I would have asked you that before, and we wouldn't have spoken about other things instead of me just going straight to asking you what you needed.
Well, you wouldn't let me speak, ma'am, and then you blame me for it. That's probably the problem. I couldn't tell you because you blame me like everywhere else I've been. And I did tell you that I was being violated by law enforcement, and then you're blaming me because you couldn't hear it. If law enforcement is demanding that someone gets violated and hacking your phone and racking up felonies, that's pretty serious. And then you're blaming me for your inability to see that.
No, I did hear what you were saying, so I was just trying to assess you so that I could help you best. So now you're telling me that, I hear that you are overwhelmed, and I hear that you need help. I'm not involved in the legal department, right? So I'm just a crisis counselor on the hotline. I am so sorry that you are experiencing all of these situations. I can, I can hear in your voice how overwhelmed you are. And, I know it's scary, the way you're living and everything that's going on. So I am truly sorry that you are.
If you really feel that way, why are you not following policy and protocol? It says that you offer advocacy, education, and support, and you offer referrals that I've never seen, and the law enforcement just came to make sure my case manager didn't do it. I've been on hold an exceptional amount of time, and you're not following policy, as well as nowhere else I've called. You're supposed to get domestic violence organizations on the line and get me placed. You're supposed to give me information on protection orders and my rights, and you won't.
Well, if you let me speak and we can get to that part of our call, I can give you the information that you need so you can be safe and you can be in a safe place. Okay? So, I can give you the address and the number for the...
hold on, ma'am.
Office.
Okay, just to make sure I understand. So I called here and was on hold, I've been on the line 57 minutes, and you did an assessment to tell me to go somewhere else?
No, so what I'm hearing now, Miss Kenya, domestic violence usually it's considered to come from either a partner.
What does it have to do with I don't want to get murdered and you're expressing to me what domestic violence is? I know that I'm living in it. You're not. I just want to escape it and not get murdered, and I'm not really getting a strategy everywhere I'm at. It says that you offer advocacy, education, and you have housing. And I've been on the phone an hour, in fact, thousands of hours, and I've experienced the same thing. Forcing me to have to be in a tent calling all over the United States.
Yeah, no.
So you don't want me to know how to protect myself against this man on the crisis hotline? And protect myself against law enforcement?
Are you going to let me speak so that I can give you information?
I have to be punished for. What's your name again? What's your name?
My name is Molly.
Okay, Molly. I know I have to be punished for trying to flee.
Information.
Okay.
Excuse me?
I have to be punished for trying to flee. Everyone does it, Molly.
No, and I'm trying to give you information, but you keep interrupting.
I know I have to be punished.
I'm trying to give you this information.
Yeah, sure. I have to be punished. But I keep telling you over and over again, as well as everybody else I come in contact with, to not protect my abuser. But you guys repeatedly keep doing it. Year after year, and you won't stop. And then repeatedly blaming me for it.
Okay, Miss Molly, Miss Kenya. I can give you numbers of shelters where you should call.
But I call here to get services and not the other places. I could have just called them. I didn't call them. I called you, and I was on the phone with you over an hour to get advocacy, education, and support. To get you to call around and get me in shelter or see if you had shelter. If I wanted to talk to those organizations, I would have called them and not you. But I called you for services.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we don't have space.
They don't haven't had space. That's how it's been thousands of hours. No one has ever had it. I think that's why they demanded that I not tell my provider about what was going on with my calls, and why this location demanded that I not record my calls, because they knew it was something wrong with them. Mm-hmm. So why are you a legal advocate?
I am an advocate.
So you didn't give me any kind of strategy to protect myself from the police and my abuser, and you're just blaming me for your misconduct, like everywhere else I've called.
I'm not blaming you for anything. You're not letting me speak.
That's blaming me because you're not following policy, and you're blaming me and saying that I didn't let you speak because you're not following policy and protocol, like everywhere else did.
I am following policy.
Okay, well, I like to meet. So are you saying your shelter's full, ma'am?
Yes, shelter is full.
Do you have apartment complex? Do any exist? Because I've never seen them.
Do we have an apartment complex?
Apartment complex.
We don't have an apartment complex.
You don't know anyone in the country that does? For women fleeing abuse, and a crisis hotline for women fleeing abuse? No one in the United States has one?
Those are the numbers I'm trying to... Those are the numbers I'm trying to provide to you. I don't know if they have space.
Okay, so I'm just trying to get clarity. So there are apartments that exist in this country. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know any shelter that has apartments. I know there's shelters.
So you're a crisis hotline, and you've never heard of any apartment in this country, no domestic violence organization in this country that has apartments. You've never heard that as a crisis hotline.
I know we can help with housing applications, but that's not a fast solution. And it could
because no one has ever heard of the apartments when you're me. So what did I call?
Like I said, I don't know any shelter.
What did I call?
Excuse me?
What did I call?
The Houston Area Women's Center.
Okay, so my friend I have an acquaintance that said she got an apartment in Houston because she's not me. But no one that I've ever came in contact with didn't know apartments existed for women fleeing abuse. They've never heard of it. All domestic violence organizations I've ever been to had no clue they had them. And then if they ever had them, they were all full when I showed up. 10 plus years. Mm-hmm. So what do I do that in domestic violence organizations don't know about housing? None of them. But yet, and still the
Like I
FBI
said,
hasn't investigated why they never know when I'm present.
like I said, we could assist in filling in an application for housing. However, I
I'm just
cannot
really not being
tell
heard.
you
They have
that you
apartments
are
for
going
women
to
fleeing
get it.
abuse. You're demanding that I go through a housing authority for Section 8. I want apartments for women fleeing abuse, and you're demanding something that I didn't ask. They have furnished apartments that for women
You have
fleeing
to
abuse
go.
that I've never seen, and nobody will be honest with me
You
about.
have to go through a process.
But I
You
don't
have to
know
go
how
through
to
a
find out
process.
about it because
I
nobody will
don't
be
take
honest.
care of that.
Okay,
I don't take care of
who does? Who
an
does?
apartment here.
Okay, so let me make sure I
Just an
understand. So,
advocate.
what exactly have we got accomplished with being on the phone in thousands of hours? What exactly have we got accomplished today? Except outside of me doing assessments with you twice to get nowhere.
Like I said, we have a Department of Housing. Most of the women who've gotten an apartment through a housing department have to go through the
I'm not
process
asking
of
for
completing
apartments
an
through a
application.
housing authority. I'm really not being heard. You're demanding something that I didn't say, like armies full of other parties do. I'm asking about the apartment
I'm
complex
not
that women that are not
demanding
me
nothing.
that can get, that
Just,
are furnished or
um,
have apartments that they can stay in, or dorms of all things of that sort. You're not hearing what I'm saying, and call to call, location to location. Like when the police came and removed that lady when I asked for resources, and then came to Tyler when I was getting resources, and arrested me and assaulted me at domestic violence, the New Beginnings. Now they're demanding people take the charge for them and commit the crime behind the scenes. Like when they assaulted me and arrested me and drugged me out of IBOC, Inspiring Body of Christ Church. They don't have to do that anymore. They let civilians take the fall. But I'm just trying to establish to YouTube that the government is not going to let me flee abuse until someone gets involved. So I don't know why you're demanding that we talk about housing authorities when I'm asking about apartment complex for the apartment complexes for domestic violence that no one has ever seen since I've been in my crisis.
well, I'm telling you, we don't have apartments for domestic violence clients.
Right, no one has ever seen them when I'm present. So can you express to me how you can help a woman in a crisis if you're not educated on housing for them everywhere I'm at? And they're not walking off while I'm talking, begging for help? This is a crisis hotline,
Well,
and you didn't
my
think that maybe
job
you
is
should be
to
concerned
provide
about
you.
getting women permanent housing?
My job is to provide you with the resources and the emotional support that you need, and I'm trying to provide you with resources, and I understand that you
It says you
want
provide
immediate
advocacy. It doesn't
answers.
say like every place that I've called in all these years, pathologically lie and pass the buck. It says that you are an advocate. It doesn't say
Yeah,
like every place I've ever
and
been
that's what
to
I'm
that they provide resources. It says that you have provide advocacy, education, and support, and for thousands of hours, I've experienced the same thing. What have you provided me? I'm outside of doing the 2 assessments for me to get nowhere.
Well, like I said earlier, I know you are afraid of what's going on. I'm trying to tell you that you can get a protective order. I'm trying to give you.
Well, why would you
cannot do a protective
change the
order because
topic
that's
and I'm
something
asking
that
about
you have
housing
to
like
do
every
for
place I've ever
yourself.
been? That's like abusive, ma'am. If we're talking about housing, the police department does it. You're switching topics. That's a strategy that my abuser likes to use. I'm not quite certain on why the FBI isn't investigating this housing discrimination, trying to
I'm not
conceal
being
keeping me from
discriminated
housing year after
against.
year. So can you express, if I'm asking you
Oh, I'm
questions
so
about the
sorry that that's
apartments,
happened
why
to
you
you.
have to change the topic to another situation?
I already answered your question about the housing, about the apartments. I told you we don't have apartments for domestic violence clients.
And you don't have any
Also,
knowledge of anywhere in the United
unfortunately,
States,
through
and you
your
don't think my advocates can
situation,
find it, even though I'm requesting it, to knowledge about it, because no one's heard about it. All the United
well,
States,
like I said,
no location has apartment complex since I'm in my crisis.
we don't have apartments
So are you
for
refusing to
domestic
be
violence
advocate, low
clients.
key, ma'am? Like every place else I've called, it says that you offer advocacy.
I'm not refusing to be your
Well, if
advocate.
I'm asking
Stating
for
facts, and I'm
information on
telling
an
you what
apartment
can
complex
help
and you're
you with,
refusing to give me
but
that
you're not
information,
letting me speak. Miss Kenya, I need you to let me speak so that I can give you information.
I think that you guys are using that as an alibi, and
Okay?
that's a form of domestic abuse. I think you're blaming me for your inability to do your
No,
job description, call to call, and location to location. I think it's a form of
I am
domestic
doing my
violence.
job as described.
I think
Domestic violence, Miss Kenya, like I said, it has to do with either a partner or a family
I
member.
didn't ask you about that.
Domestic
So you're
violence,
deflecting on the fact that I did call. The two did two assessments, and you guys have been trying to strategize to keep me from services, like every place I've ever seen. The tricky part is proving it.
I'm not strategizing to keep you
Well,
from
then can we go
services.
back on
I'm
why
trying
you're
to
not giving me
assist you.
advocacy, education, and support, and why you're blaming me for your misconduct, like everyone else?
I don't appreciate the comments that you're making, and I'm trying to assist you as much as I can. I'm not being rude to you. I am not making ugly comments.
Ma'am, we've been on the line an hour and
I
9 minutes. What have we accomplished in this hour and 9 minutes?
You're asking about apartments. I answered your question. You're telling me you're scared. I'm trying to give you a solution to go to the district attorney so that they can assist you too.
But
You are
I'm not
wanting
really
to
being
give
heard,
me
ma'am, and
any
then you're saying that I
information.
won't let you talk like every other call. Why can't you give me the services that you offer?
Well, I'm trying to give you that, but there's so much I can do. Yes, I'm an advocate, and I'm trying to advocate for you with the resources that I have. Just because I'm an advocate, it doesn't mean that I'm going to have all the resources in the world. Unfortunately, we are limited to. So I can only assist you with what I have. And I'm telling you that if you're scared, if you can go to the district attorney's office, I cannot do that for you. You have to do that, unfortunately.
Can I express something to you, ma'am?
Attorney's office.
Can I express something to you, ma'am?
Excuse me?
Can I express something to you?
Yes.
Conspiracy to violate rights is a felony. So you have to strategize to not get that felony and deceive others. But some kind of way, it's impossible for you to provide me with the services that you offer as well as everywhere else I call.
And I'm not deceiving you, and I'm not trying to discriminate you, and I'm not trying to.
Well, I would like to get, because I've never seen it, I'd like to get feedback on what you guys can do. Because everywhere else I've ever been has told me to go somewhere else and deny me the services that they offer and haven't got their felony charge.
Well, I already gave you an option, Miss Kenya.
Okay, what is the option to get services that you guys offer? To get shelter with you guys and to get services that you offer, because I've never seen a location that abided by the law and have gotten their felony charge. So if I wanted the resources, I would have called those locations. I called this location and been on the line an hour with, and in fact, thousands of hours to get treated the same way, call to call. So you're unwilling to give me the services that you offer, and you claim that you're not racking up that felony charge?
Miss Kenya, like I said, I'm trying to assist you. However, unfortunately, and I know it's not the best thing to hear, but unfortunately, the things that you're going through are not considered domestic violence. This is more of a crime, like you said earlier. So.
When did it change? Because stalking and online relationship was considered domestic violence. How did it change?
Well, when I asked, you said that I asked you if you had any contact with this person recently, and you said no.
Oh, I didn't hear that. There's a discrepancy from call to call, person to person. They misunderstand me all the time. I thought it was on purpose. So no, you had a misunderstanding. No, it's a form of domestic violence. And I did reiterate to you that people were accomplices to treat me like this, were actually conspirators in it. By gaslighting me and playing mind games and blaming me for trying to flee abuse to cause emotional distress, they have actually made themselves conspirators in it. That is a form of domestic abuse. Victim shaming and punishing that person for not wanting to be violated, demanding that there's a problem when the problem is staring them right in the face. That's a form of abuse. denying someone love, support, isolating them, and punishing them for wanting to be treated properly and about begging for their life. That's abuse. But we've been on this line an hour and 13 minutes, and in fact, thousands of hours. And what have we accomplished during this call? What resources have I had gotten all these years? I have no clue what you do. You just keep blaming me for what your mistreatment, like everyone else I come in contact with.
No, Miss Kenya, I have not mistreated you.
I just don't know the services I've been. If I know it's pretty obvious I don't have rights. I can't flee. Period.
I tried giving you numbers for.
I called you and dozens of other locations. Is there a particular reason why you are depriving me of help you offer?
I'm not stopping you from getting our resources.
No, if you don't, the resources you offer services.
I can't bring you in if I don't have space.
Okay, well, the advocacy, education, what do I do to protect myself against this man that's enlisting everyone that I come in contact with to be in cahoots with his abuse? What are my rights?
I'm trying to tell you that you can get a protective order against him. I can put you with our legal team and I can make you an appointment with them, but they won't be able to see you till like in 2 weeks because we don't have immediate appointments right now because we're full with those two. We have counseling services. I can put you with our counseling services too, but it's also going to take about 2 weeks for you to even speak to a counselor.
I know, ma'am, it's happened. Yeah, because now it used to be if a woman was like, I don't want to get killed. Now you wait a month, a year, we're full, 6, 7, 8 years. It's all changed. Used to be a women, if they were on the crisis line. I'm just trying to express the discrepancy on how it's not changing for the best. You woman in the past used to be concerned. Yes, I'm afraid. Okay, we're going to get you in a safe environment. Hold on, I won't stop. Law enforcement got involved and got that war party safe. Now for me, it's 8 years. And it's just impossible to get done with thousands of hours. But I think the problem of it is why police have came to interrupt me from getting protection orders, pushing and shoving, and why I was arrested for trying to flee. That may have something to do with it. Now it's completely changed. They say if you survive, you wait 7 years, 2 weeks, a month, 3 years, 10 years. That's how it works now. We're going to leave you in your abuse. If you want help with us, we're going to send you somewhere else. Wait 2 weeks, a month. It's impossible for you to flee today. It can't be done for 8 years plus. So I just don't understand why women are being violated now. I just would like to make a constructive criticism. It should go back to the way it used to be. Because if you're demanding someone get murdered and can't flee that day, fleeing for their life, that's not really beneficial to the woman that's fleeing abuse. I've noticed that everyone for 10 years plus has been full and left women in their crisis year after year. But if I can make constructive criticism, perhaps maybe domestic violence organization should care about her safety that day. Like it used to be before I got in my crisis.
Safety, but unfortunately, we are run by grants and unfortunately we
But I do understand that your advocate on the line now have done precisely nothing. And you're demanding that I wait 2 weeks. Typically, advocates got on the line and called around resources, but they won't be an advocate for me and then blame me for it. So I just want YouTube to see all the hours and that speaking to scammers that blame me for crimes they're committing is really going nowhere. And it's also defrauding me out of funds and federal charges.
Unfortunately, like I said, you're not the only woman who is experiencing.
But I'm really not being heard. You haven't given me any resources. And no matter how you deceive yourself and try to scam YouTube that you're not a scammer, but your behavior exposes that.
Get an appointment with a legal department, but the only thing, like I said, is that it's probably not going to be this week, probably not next week.
It hasn't happened in years, ma'am. I'm just trying to show it to YouTube that everyone leaves you in your abuse. Essentially what's happening is being controlled by scammers. They already know what they have planned. So they manipulate whatever's going on with their plan around these scam calls. I don't know what they have planned. They know it's pre-orchestrated. They'll let me see later after they complete their plans. Okay, ma'am, so you won't do the advocacy education even though I've been on the line with you all this time? You refuse to? Like everywhere else I've been?
I'm not refusing. I'm trying to help you. You're not letting me. I'm telling you that you can get an appointment with the legal team. Unfortunately, it won't be today and it won't be next week because there are a lot of other women who are also experiencing domestic violence.
Can I express something to you, ma'am? Can I express something to you? Okay, so what people have strategized for years, because it's a form of torment. So I met with, we have a food pantry. There may not be food though. They could be out. Okay, we may have some tacos, we may just have a couple tacos. Okay, I'll take that. They could be out of them. I don't know. Okay. Do you want transport? We may have transport. We may have it. Okay, I'll take it without the transport stop. Okay. Are you looking for shelter? Yes, I'm looking for shelter. I don't know if we'll have shelter. Okay. Shelter stop. Okay. You looking to come to church? Yeah. Our bus is broke down. Oh, okay. Are you looking to flee this man? Yes. I have to give you a number to go somewhere else. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if you'll be able to flee him. Okay. Are you trying to do a case? Are you trying to report it? Yeah. I don't know if they'll investigate it. Okay. Are you looking to get your stimulus check? Yes, I am. I haven't got it. They've been committing crimes. I don't know if they'll give you your paperwork. Okay. I don't know if they'll investigate the 300-something report. I don't know. What I'm trying to express that this is a form of psychological abuse and a strategy that I've had to endure. It's a form of torment. The party don't want me to have any hope. So he's prearranging it with the sadistic behavior to leave me without any kind of hope that anything will ever change. So he pre-orchestrates with all his accomplices to offer something just for the psychological damage of never seeing it. It's orchestrated and meticulous. And after going through this year after year, I understand that there's a pattern that people won't let me interrupt. So they demand to say something, demanding that I said something they didn't say, and you won't let me speak. Low key, you will take this abuse. So they tell me something that I'm trying to address 20 minutes that I'm not saying. And then they demand that I won't let them speak to sidetrack and railroad the conversation and a strategy to not get criminal charges. What they're really trying to do is change the topic to get me nowhere year after year, hoping that no one is none the wiser of these repeated schemes. So when someone is saying, I am, but you won't let me talk, they're demanding change of the conversation and punishment to enforce crimes on me. And the topic change, like they've been doing year after year. That's their strategy of demanding that I said something that I didn't say to get nowhere year after year. Like all this time, thousands of hours with the same pattern of behavior to get nowhere.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry that you experienced that. Like I said earlier, we don't have any shelters today, unfortunately. I can make you an appointment with our legal team and our counseling team if that's okay with you, but we don't have anything for this week because unfortunately there are other women that are also going through these kind of situations, and so
that's form of psychological abuse, like when the party answered the phone in the middle of my crisis and after having me on hold 30 minutes. It's a mind game, man. Had me on hold 30 minutes, and then when I was trying to flee abuse again, he said, I got to put you on hold. I have another call on a crisis line.
I'm sorry that happened to you. I know that you waited a long time with us, but like I said, when we started our call, we've had a big volume of calls.
But I do see that you're trying to, you haven't given me any numbers, and I wasted an hour, in fact, thousands of hours with the same strategy to deceive me and others that you had ever any intention of helping, period, when you never meant to help.
You. I am trying.
I have no numbers, ma'am. No solutions for thousands of hours, period. No solutions, period. I have no clue what your organization does. You get all locations live that I've ever called. You keep blaming me over and over for you trying deliberately wasting my time in a strategy to not get charges. Like every other place that I call wants to waste my time for profit and deceive others that they're not scammers. But yet it's still your behavior proves it. Can you express what we have accomplished for being on the line an hour and 10 minutes?
I am trying to give you numbers. I'm trying to offer you our legal assistance. I'm trying to offer your counseling assistance. I'm trying to provide you with the district attorney and information. That's what I'm doing for you. But you don't want to get those options from me. I understand that you want an immediate solution, but unfortunately, with the grants that we have, everybody else that we're trying to...
Ma'am, this is domestic violence. This is domestic violence, what you're doing right now in all these calls. You're taunting me. You've yet to give me the numbers, and you're wasting time blaming me for your misconduct. This is abuse. I have the pen in my hand, and I've been on the phone with you an hour and 20 minutes.
Well, I told you if you wanted the numbers, and you said no, and now you're telling me that you have the pen there with you. I will more than gladly give you those numbers right now. I'm going to give you the number for the district attorney, and I'm also going to give you their address. So the number for the district attorney is 713. Are you there?
I am. I'm just listening.
Okay. 274 5800.
Okay.
And their address is 1201 Franklin Street.
Okay, you don't think that there's any advocate or any place in the United States that'll help me and not have my best interest at heart? You don't think anyone on this planet will? Because I haven't seen it in 10 years.
Miss Kenya, mostly every shelter that you call, if they have space, then they will take you in. If they
I have the pen in my hand. I need shelter. I have the pen in my hand. And for 10 years, all of them have been full all across the country. And everyone just leaves me in it when law enforcement's not coming to demand and removing them. Like they've done several different times, sometimes with assaults and arrests. I still have the pen in my hand, ma'am.
Okay. The next number that I'm going to give you is for Star of Hope. And their number is 713 222 2220.
You think that they'll try to 713-222-2220?
Correct.
You think they'll protect my abuser like you? Because everyone I've called has always covered for him. You're not following the protocol. You're not giving me the advocacy, the education, and the support. And you're blaming me for your misconduct, like everyone else I've came in contact with.
I am giving you the support. I am giving you the advocacy, and I'm trying to help.
So the law enforcement's involved in my abuse, ma'am. And I don't know what to do because I've never met anyone that wasn't trying to keep me in my abuse in all these years.
Well, another thing that I can do is, like I said earlier, I can book you an appointment with our legal team. However, there are no appointments for this week. So it probably take about a week and a half or two for you to be able to see our legal team.
So I just have to put my safety be at risk? There's no one that could help me immediately that hasn't helped me in 10 years? I'm just getting clear. This is a crisis hotline? Okay, so let me make sure I understand. So it's impossible for women to flee for their life that day. If someone is trying to murder them, has a gun running after them, they just have to sit in it?
No, Miss Kenya, I'm trying to provide.
I'm just asking a question. I just wanted to know. Let's say I just have questioning. So if someone is running at someone with a gun, okay, and they pick up the phone, please help, I have nowhere to go. So they wait 2 weeks and it's impossible for them to get shelter that night? Because it's been for me 10 years.
I'm not telling you that you're going to take 2 weeks.
I'm just trying to see if I'm the only woman that experienced this, ma'am. I don't really believe that I'm being heard. So if someone calls and says, please, please help me, someone is running at me with a knife, that for 2 weeks, she can't get help if that she's in that crisis situation.
If you are in immediate danger, we have to call 911, right? Because
I don't really think that, I'm not really sure on domestic violence organizations because it appears that they change. So if someone has someone running at them with a knife and they're in immediate need for help to get in shelter, you're saying at this particular time, even if they're in that crisis, they have to wait 2 weeks?
No.
And they're left with someone running after them with a knife or a gun?
2 weeks for the legal department to have
you're the advocate on the line right now, ma'am, and all advocates have treated me this way I've ever met, even in person. So I'm asking if a woman has someone running behind them with a weapon and thinks that she's an immediate threat and she's already called. I can't report that I need help everywhere I'm at, including with law enforcement. So if someone is having someone running behind them with a knife, and then maybe let's say an abuser, and they're saying, please, please help, I'm not safe, I don't have anywhere to go. So on this particular phone call, you tell them to wait 2 weeks? Because everyone else has done it 8 years, in fact.
If you were, Miss Kenya, if you were in immediate danger like that, we call the emergency number, and there is...
I know, that's not why there's a disconnect again, as it's been in all these years, what I'm trying to prove to YouTube. So there's a disconnect. The disconnect is if a woman has someone running behind them with a gun and she's called the police and then they did what they had to do and she has nowhere to go, you tell her to call back and come back in 2 weeks, you're full? Because the people have been full 8 years.
No, we tell them to keep calling throughout the day to see if we have space.
Well, that's not what other women experience. The other women, they experience someone placing them in a safe environment and not abandoning them in their crisis. It's misconduct for a lot of parties and criminal. But that's the only thing that I've seen. And that's not what happened with other women. You're mistaken, ma'am, of someone will be relentless and find that woman's safety. I've never seen that.
Unfortunately, like I said, we can only do so much. I am so sorry that you have experienced this. Obviously, if you were, like you said,
there's no one, this is a crisis hotline, and you don't know of anyone that can help a woman flee abuse on the crisis hotline? It can't be done?
Ms. Kenya?
I really don't have a lot of time, ma'am, because I've wasted 10 years. So I'm not quite sure on why you're trying to take control of the call to leave me in my abuse like everywhere else I've called. I'm just curious on why this is a crisis hotline and you don't know anyone on the planet that will help a woman flee abuse, like the police department didn't know, or my caseworker, or everywhere else I've been. Is there another crisis line that I haven't found in 10 years that will perhaps know how to help a woman flee abuse? No one knows, ma'am, that I've ever met.
I've safety plan with you. I've given you the district attorney.
What was the safety plan, ma'am? What was the safety plan?
We don't have stakes. However,
what was the safety plan? Were you slandering, ma'am? What was the safety plan, ma'am? I don't recall getting the safety plan.
I'm trying to tell you what our safety plan is.
You're being dishonest. You just said that you safety planned with me, ma'am. This is abuse. You're not. Do you have an ulterior motive? Do you know who I am, ma'am? Your behavior is mysterious to me, ma'am. Did you premeditate me calling you to taunt me and play games with me? And then blame me for your misconduct?
I'm not playing games with you.
Okay, well, I think there's a misunderstanding. I just called the crisis hotline to see if you knew, by chance being a domestic violence crisis line, if you knew anyone on this planet that could help a woman flee abuse, because I haven't seen it.
Well, I gave you numbers. I'm trying to give you numbers.
So you're sure that they'll help me flee abuse? Because I've never seen it. What if I need immediate shelter right now? Because you're full for 2 weeks and places have been full 10 years. And then places have told I'm not really able to speak, but I'm not really able to speak. I can't report to you my abuse on the crisis hotline. It's like you're covering for it. So places have said that they were full, and I went there and asked residents. They said no, they have plenty of room. Barely any cars out there. Come to find out, they were pathologically lying, and law enforcement was behind it, enforcing my abuse.
Kenya, I'm not telling you that you have to wait for 2 weeks to get our shelter. I'm telling you, right now we don't have shelter. We are open 24/7.
I just don't. I'm asking you, ma'am, like the example that I gave you. If a woman was running, someone was running behind them with a weapon, and they needed help that day, and places were demanding that they wait years to get services they never saw, and demanded that they be mentally ill to cover for the person with the gun. What do they do with that? So I think that the disconnect is you're demanding that I wait 2 weeks for whatever is planned, and I'm trying to get some immediate help, and it's been impossible for all this time. It appears that someone has a plan, a strategy, and they're manipulating my environments behind their plan so they can get it accomplished, like they've been doing years. But I'm trying to interrupt that someone making a plan and malice with my life to get off on it. Maybe they have a plan that I don't know about, and they need you to buy 2 weeks like every other place that I've been. But what I'm trying to interrupt, once again, if someone is running behind someone with a weapon, what would you have that person do for shelter that night to flee for their life?
We usually provide them with different information of different places. Unfortunately, we have our hands tied. There's only so much that we can do, like I've told you.
We're deflecting on the fact that if you are advocate and someone is running, when you witness someone coming at someone with a gun and you're full, you have to wait 2 weeks. If someone is putting someone's life at, there's a bit disconnect. So if someone is running behind someone with a gun and they're trying to flee, and then you're full and you can't help for 2 weeks, how would you help that party flee for their life that day? Because I've never seen anyone that had my best interest at heart. Okay, ma'am, I think that there's a disconnect. I think you're trying to take control of the call and deceive people that you have any interest of helping me and bullying me for trying to flee abuse like everywhere else I've ever been. I'm trying to show you the importance of how something needs to be done immediately by giving you the analogy. If someone was running behind someone with a gun, and you tell her that she has to wait 2 weeks to flee, but she's wanting an immediate response, a place that she can flee that day, and you're denying her that right to be able to flee for safety that day. Typically, women don't have law enforcement coming by knocking and demanding that someone not help them flee and rack up charges so they can stay out of prison. That's not a normal response. So are you saying that even though I tell you over and over, you're punishing me for wanting to have that opportunity to flee today? Because you're full as everywhere else I've ever called? If they're not scamming to keep me from services? So I think that there's a disconnect. I'm asking you if there's any place that I can flee and get help today, because I've never seen it.
If you let me tell you again, the wait for shelter is not 2 weeks. You can call at any time. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. At this moment, we don't have the space. I can give you the other numbers if you wish. If you don't wish, Ms. Kenya,
I just really not being heard. So you're demanding that I not flee, period? On this call, I'm asking you and begging you and pleading you and giving you an analogy of someone coming at me with a gun and law enforcement on the edge, trying to set me up any kind of way they can.
And I'm help you.
Okay, so I'm asking you for immediate response, because I don't know if they'll just lose it and then let me speak with these scammers. I think this environment will cover for it. They let me sit in someone threatening to kill me and deny me of case management too. So what I'm asking is for immediate results, because I haven't seen it in 10 years. I think there's a disconnect. Do you know on this crisis hotline that anyone could help me? Because I have never seen it.
I'm trying to give you numbers.
Okay, good.
Of places that could help you.
Okay, good.
Do you want me to give those to you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to let you know that as soon as I am done giving you these numbers, I'm going to have to end our call because I have other...
Ma'am, that's a form of psychological abuse, ma'am, that my abuser likes. He meets something, a solution with a problem for taunting and torment. It's a mind game.
I'm not psychologically.
Okay, so we're deflecting on them again. There's no strategies. You don't really have any hope yourself that I'll flee, as well as no one else. If the police weren't demanding that they left while I was trying to flee. I have a lot of emotional distress, ma'am. And no one has ever wanted to be positive. They have to tell me all the negatives and drown out all the positive for some reason, year after year. I think it's mysterious. I'm just trying to expose these forms of domestic violence that are low-key abuse. Okay, ma'am, so whatever's happening, we wasted a lot of time, in fact, thousands of hours that I'm sure no one would perceive it actually existed in my life. Knowing that I know will go nowhere because it was bought off and prepaid before I picked up the phone. If they're not here demanding that the party leave in the middle of helping me or arresting and assaulting me for trying to flee. It's just hard to prove, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, so whatever's happening, so whatever if a woman has someone coming behind them with a gun and can't flee, period, and she's needing help that day, so what are you recommending that she does to flee if her life's at risk at that point and can't get law enforcement?
Ms. Chena, are you gonna want me to give you these numbers?
Oh, you're not hearing me, ma'am? It says that you'll be support system and not be condescending.
I already answered your question.
I just wanted to get clarity that you would give me a place that I just want to get clarity because no one has ever done it, and a place that I can flee today that will make sure that I'm safe because I've never seen it in 10 something years.
Yes, Ms. Kenya. Unfortunately, like I said, we are with our hands tied. We can only help you so much.
What have you helped me with? You have 2 assessments. What you said that you can only, are you reading a script?
I'm not reading no.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand. So for some women, they just have to sit in it and you can only help so much by doing nothing?
Because we're not getting anywhere.
I don't have any numbers, ma'am, and people deliberately say she hung up. They've done it for years. They have to hang up before I get the number. And then blame me for it. How many, it's pointless years, to get nowhere. So the only thing that I'm trying to express that what I'm seeking is an impossibility. It's these their job to guard my phone and strategize the avenue to leave me in my abuse in avenues they perceive they won't get caught. They're guarding my phone. And law enforcement came to my provider because they are aware how many felonies this would be if I could place my real calls. Their job is to make sure I don't get anywhere and to spin my wheels. Their job is to make sure that I can't get legal representation or that I don't get certain calls. Parties have told me over and over, it was busy, it said disconnected. I don't know how they're doing it. We've been trying to get a hold of you. I said, I haven't got no voicemail, no nothing. I said, I don't know what's happening. And then I tried to record it and my device glitched to cover for it, where they said they couldn't find me. They couldn't get a hold of me with my number, calling the right number.